Okay, tell me if this is you. Do you get to Monday mornings and instantly feel like you're already behind even though the week didn't even start? Did the weekends turn into catch up days instead of actual rest days? Or do you wake up on Mondays and you look around your house and you're like, wait, wasn't I supposed to reset this place? If you answered yes to any of that, don't worry, you're not alone. I have been there. And that's why I started doing these small weekend resets so that I don't dread Mondays. If you're new here, hi, my name is Cherry. I am a stay-at-home mom of 3 living in Hawaii. And this video is part of the reset era, becoming me again after 3 kids. In my last video, I shared my morning reset because how we start the day matters. But today, let's talk about the weekends because that is the secret sauce to starting Mondays with less overwhelm. So grab your coffee, grab your tea, whatever you want to drink, and let's get to the video. So if you are a mom of school-age children, this definitely applies to you. But if you're a mom to toddlers too, you can totally apply it in your life right now and prepare yourself for when your kids do start going to school. If you decide to send them to school, do your grocery restock over the weekend. And if you can't do it over the weekend, do it on Friday maybe. Weekend is the best time, in my opinion, to restock on the staples that you need in your pantry, staples that you need in your everyday house essentials, or just restock on the snacks because the kids, if your kids are anything like mine, they go through snacks like no tomorrow. And it doesn't even have to be a whole long restock shopping day. It's literally a quick trip to grab staples like milk, eggs, and bread so that we're just not scrambling on Monday. Doing the laundry is not my enemy. It's putting away the laundry that is. So over the weekend, we're not just washing the laundry. We're not just doing catch-up laundry. We're actually going to put it away and not live out of the baskets because we have done that quite a few times, more than I like to admit, in my household. And I'm getting better. I am getting better. I am trying to implement this more myself. It's not every weekend that I get to do it because some weekends are just too crazy busy with sports and everything. But I am working on this and you can work on this too with me. We are getting better with folding the clothes as soon as they are dry and putting them away once they touch the basket again, because that's the only way that we're going to be successful in putting it away. Something to do to feel like you're getting ahead in the week is to review your calendar, whether it's on a paper pen calendar or a digital calendar. Just review it. And by reviewing, you're only looking at what's coming up for the week. If there's birthdays, appointments, certain events, or maybe you have library books due, have family visiting, just things that are upcoming for the week so that you know what to look forward to or you know what you need to do for those certain events. If you have guests coming to visit, maybe you have to clean the house, or maybe you have an upcoming dentist appointment that you totally forgot about and it's coming up on Wednesday. So you need to make sure that you have a sitter for the baby if you need to go. And then also writing the actual event down in a planner. So whether it's just a paper planner or a whiteboard planner that you have on the wall, or you do a shared calendar like me and my husband do on our phones, where we input all of the events that both of us need to be aware of so that we're both prepared for what's coming up in the week. I know that when you hear the word declutter, you're thinking that that's too much work. And let me tell you, it doesn't have to be. You define declutter the way that you want to. You can go as deep as you want with decluttering your catch-alls, or you can do as minimal work as you want for decluttering. It doesn't have to be intimidating because decluttering for me, it just goes based off of how much energy I have. So if I'm low energy this weekend, I'm literally just going to do a declutter on this ottoman right here next to our door because that's a catch-all for all the kids' backpacks, my husband's backpacks, my everyday bag, my baby's diaper bag, our jackets, our hats. It gets crazy. It doesn't look like that all the time. If I have low energy, that's the only thing that I would declutter, and I would just sort it out and make it look nice. That's basically what my declutter is. But if I'm feeling like I have higher energy, or maybe I had a drinky drink with some caffeine in it and I feel like I can conquer a lot more, then I would declutter the ottoman and also the kitchen table and then also the other surfaces around my home that is a catch-all basically, right? I would just reorganize anything, put things away back into their place and do a little sort whatever's expired, or maybe there's candy wrappers that are lying around on the table. That type of reorganizing, that type of decluttering just makes the mornings on Monday feel less stressful. So resetting the car is one of the things that I like to call as a non-traditional reset, because we don't think too often and we don't see very often on social media and YouTube and everything that resetting the car is as important to starting off the week right. But for me, I like to call it the non-traditional reset, or a part of the non-traditional reset, because it's something that gets overlooked, but it really does make a difference when you reset your car. So it can take you as long as you want, but for me, it takes me less than 5 minutes. I will just go into our cars. We have two that we use, but I have my mom car that I use throughout the week, and I will just take out all of the trash that's on the side of the doors. And my husband gets so upset with me about this, but it is what it is. I put all of my trash in the side of the doors all of the time. So I will go in there and take out the trash that I've left. And then if I have enough energy, or if I didn't do it last week, I will clean out the glove compartment or the car console in the middle. And that's it. And then, like I said, if I have more energy, I will wipe down the steering wheel and the radio. And then obviously, if you have kids, you want to take out all of the random toys that was hiding under the seats or in between the seats, and then restock the tissues and the sanitizers that you're going to be needing and you're going to be digging for in your car for the start of the week. Now, this reset I am also working on myself. This one is the meal prep reset. Obviously, the dream is to have all of the meals prepared for the week ahead, all of the dinners ready to just throw into the crock pot, all of the vegetables and all of the fruits washed and cleaned and cut, but have not gotten there yet. And I want to get there. I want to say maybe at least one weekend out of the month I get this done. Like I said, it's just all about energy and where I'm at on the weekends. But every mom that I know in real life and I've talked to on the internet is really trying to get better at meal prepping. So we're all working on this still. Cutting the veggies ahead of time and washing the fruit over the weekends is going to be so essential to starting off the week right. And cooking a big batch of rice or pasta so that we can use it in different meals is ultimately how we're going to win at knowing what to cook at dinner and lunch for the rest of the week. Maybe before you do the grocery shopping or before you take out your trash, you're going to want to look into your fridge to take out any expired food, any of last week's leftovers that are not good anymore, and do just a really quick wipe down of the shelves so it just doesn't look as gross and your fridge and pantry will just look really nice and refreshed. This reset is only hard for you if you haven't done it before. But if you have done any type of budget tracking or budget reviews ever in your life, then this is something that you can slowly start to get back at. Looking at what you spent last week with your money or with your budget is key to not overspending in the next week. And it gives you a lot of information so that you can adjust for your next week's budget, or just to see how everything is going financially so that you have either room to put it somewhere else or you need to cut some things off. I'm not talking about a whole financial reset. I'm talking about a quick budget reset where you literally open up your bank account and just take out a tracker that you're using for your budget tracking, or a pencil and a paper. Just write down what you spent on groceries that week, what you spent on gas that week, and then totaling it up to see how much you spent. See if you went over the budget, or if you overspent, or if you underspent. Awareness is key with your finances. Don't avoid it. It's better to know than ignore. I also talk about this one in my non-traditional reset. It's a digital declutter. You want to check out all your emails, 2 minutes to sort through the emails that you didn't read and look at the ones that are important. Or you can click that button that will select all and mark it all as read and just let it be so that your inbox is cleared and ready for the new week. Or if you're in your content creation era, or you just take a whole bunch of photos of your children, you can literally take less than 5 minutes by just scrolling through your photo album and deleting the 10,000 pictures of the same facial expression of your baby that you have. because trust me, I know how that is. Or just delete any video clutter that you don't need anymore or it doesn't serve you anymore. And bonus tip, if you want more storage on your phone, don't forget to delete the trash. So you're going to want to go onto your deleted photos on your phone, and then you're going to want to empty that out too. It's not going to give you a lot more storage, but it's at least going to help a little bit. If you want to see other ways that you can do a non-traditional reset, especially when you have low energy, you're going to want to check out this video that I linked here, or you can check out the link below, because in that video, I go over the 7 hidden reset spots that you probably don't think about. If you're going to implement at least one reset, please let it be this one. You need to prioritize yourself, and I'm also talking to myself here. We need to work on prioritizing our own personal care. This reset is something to do for yourself. It could be skincare, it could be painting your nails, it could be an everything shower, something that will make you feel human again, especially if you are in the postpartum trenches, like the early newborn trenches. Take a personal reset over the weekend. You totally deserve it. And it's not even something that you want, it's something that you need. Okay, sister, something you need. And I totally understand that sometimes that's a privilege and it's something that not everybody has, where somebody can just watch the baby and you can have time to yourself. I get that. So if you're in that type of season right now where you just can't have alone time until bedtime, set some time up at bedtime to take a 5-minute personal reset. And it could be as simple as writing down your intention for the week, or calling up your bestie to either have her hype you up to get more prepared for the week ahead, or just vent about how last week went so that we can let it go and move on. So those are my weekend resets: groceries, laundry, catch-alls, calendar, car, meal prep, budget, fridge refresh, digital declutter, and a personal reset. You don't have to do all of these in one day. You can split it up into 2 days, or you can split it sporadically throughout the whole weekend. I don't do every single one perfectly, but even if I get to do just a few, it makes Mondays feel less overwhelming and less like I'm drowning before the week even starts, because one step ahead is better than doing nothing at all. So if you want to see more simple resets like this, then don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss the next one. I also have a free AM PM reset checklist that I use basically every day, and I linked it in the description below so that you can grab it for yourself if you need help getting started, or you can save this video and come back to it so that over the weekend you can start tackling at least one of the resets to feel better for the week ahead. So from one trying mom to another, you are doing great.